Okay, it is Monday morning. Where are we at?
We are at Kenai Fjords National Park, Exit Glacier.
We're gonna go see the Harding ice field, right?
Well, we're gonna
Maybe.
start that direction. You can't get all the way up because there's too much snow.
I don't think it'll be because there'll be too much snow. I think it's because we're both hurt. So my toes are not feeling great. Both of my big toes have been sprained in the last 2 months, well, in the last year. But yeah, I think I re-injured mine climbing up to Flat Top Mountain a couple days ago. But you know, I did it. Wildlife sightings were yesterday, so we had black bears. Cub is the one that worries me. Not that fond of being anywhere near cubs and or their mamas. So here's some of the view. We're at the base of the mountain. Pretty in all directions. This is nice. I guess this is an actual restroom. There's a water dispensing machine actually in the restroom. I don't know if I'll be able to see where we're going from here. No, we still got a pretty heavy cloud cover up there, but there's some of the surrounding mountains. And then the glacier is going to be coming right down through the middle of here once we get over there. So we are filling up on supplies and heading out. And it is, what time is it right now? It is, can't see that on the camera. That is bad cinematography. So I think it's around 8 o'clock in the morning. All right, so we walked, what was that, like maybe a half a mile to get to here? And we are coming around to possibly the glacier view. This is the easiest point to get to, apparently, on all of this. And so we will turn around and take a look at, yep, there it is. Wow. That is something else. And I can't believe, they're right, this glacier's receded quite a bit. Holy hell. And there it is up there on the mountain. I'll try to get a zoom if I could put my water bottle down somewhere. Get a zoom on the glacier. There it is. And I believe, let's see if we could do it. I don't know if I have film footage from 1994, but I believe this is the glacier we visited in 94. That would be 22 years ago. Right? Yeah, 22 years ago. Let's see if I could let's cut in some film footage if possible from that scene, because I do believe we recorded some video back then and I should have it. We got a cruise, huh? Pretty shade of blue up there. I hope the camera picks it up. Oh yeah, place this film thing will probably come out red. If not, here's the view of the glacier. To get some perspective, there's a human being to the glacier. And there it is. And the sun is coming out and making all of this look just incredible. So this is a look back from where we were. We were down there. And now we're up here. It's about 20 minutes later. We're still staring down the barrel of a pretty damn big mountain. And mostly walking over gravel. So gravel or rock. I'm finding that in Alaska, a lot of the travel is over gravel. So not quite like back home where a lot of it you're walking over rocks and stumps and fallen leaves, but still it is pretty. I mean, look at that skyline. That is insane. Look at that. And all you suckers are back at your desk jobs. Actually, we met somebody on the shuttle here that we were like, where are you from? Or actually, the shuttle driver was asking, where are you from? And they said Atlanta. And I was like, no kidding. What part? And where did they say they were from, honey? Decatur, that's right, because we were just making fun that there was a Civil War monument being ripped down in Decatur. There was a protest happening. But anyway, and I didn't hear this part, but I said, where do you work? And she said WSB, and I said, yeah, me too. And apparently she said, shut up. Like, you know, in the sassy kind of way. But apparently, yeah, we both work in some capacity for WSB. So we travel thousands of miles to take a cab ride to a glacial hike with someone who works for the same damn company as I do. And we joked about yeah, this is the kind of path we're on right here. It's not too bad. I mean, I would call this easy as far as paths go if I had to rate it, but you know, compared to Flat Top Mountain 2-3 days ago, this is nothing. This is a breeze. The views are incredible though. Just take a look at that. That is crazy pretty. And we're about to get to something of the summit. There's a little bench up here. And let's see what we got. Ugh, look at that. Unbelievably pretty. That is great. Anyway, so that's where we are. We're about to shed another couple layers, and that's where we came from. So we'll cut to a video where I can try to zoom in. Maybe we can catch some of that glacier blue. There it is right there. Just a little bit of that glacial ice peeking through the snow. If you can ever get up close to that color, it is just gorgeous. But we're going to try to get out to there and get a little bit closer. So I will still have to go back to the videotape from my 94 trip here. But I was convinced that we saw the glacier somewhere down here. And it was all the way up in here. Now I was wondering how that it could even be possible, so I saw this sign marking this as 2005. 15 years of movement. That is not impossible. Now, Carl, you're gonna figure this out when we cut this together. But go back, look at the 1994 Alaska trip. Check that we were at Exit Glacier. Check that it was down there, and maybe post some pictures on this video of what we saw back then. Because now that I see this sign, I'm convinced that it could have been the same glacier. And holy hell, if it's retreated that far up, that is just crazy. Okay, so here we are at the 2010 point. You go get a line out. There's the 2005 point right there. And from here to there is 11 years. So that point was where we at in 1994, which marks 21 years of recession. All right, now this is a little bit more familiar. Walking through trees, the occasional mud puddle. This reminds me a little bit more of back home. Except all the trees are different. Willow and alder trees. Not so much pine, and I mean, we're infested with oak back home. These, what I thought were birch, and I completely misidentified. Thank you to back there, there was a, what was it, ranger? That helped identify. Highly dare to guess that they were willow trees, but I was fighting because, you know, that's just what I do. And so we're about to come upon the section of this glacial hike called the Outwash. So, I mean, it's quite clear what it is. Yeah. So this is, you want me to not walk up there?
Well, I'm going to take a picture.
Take a picture. See, let's see Holly taking a picture of the Outwash. So this is where basically, this is pure glacial water washing off of Exit Glacier. And I bet it is cold. Let's go see.
It says, caution, glacial outburst flooding possible. Yeah, it's happening.
So yeah, so at any point, yeah, I like that. Let's get a little beat on the sign. Caution, at any moment the glacier could decide you are going to die. Let's get a feel of the, oh, look at this, right there. Look at that. That is real glacial ice. I just grabbed it right up out of the water. There it is. I mean, look at that.
That's amazing.
How many thousands of years could be in my palm of my hand right now?
Yeah.
Freezing the, go ahead, grab it.
It's pretty clear, like more clear than an ice cube.
Yeah, it's much more clear than that.
Because it doesn't have the air bubbles.
All right, I want to taste it. Yeah, it's ice. That's it.
Look, good. There's more ice.
Oh, there's more? Yeah, there's an even bigger one. Some more glacier. That's what we're doing on this video right now. Glacial ice. There it is. I mean, once in a lifetime chance, right? Oh, look at those size of that one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're coming down big now. Wow, this is exciting. So this is glacial out for sure. For the interwebs. If I can get a bigger one, I will. I'm going to stop the video now because one of my hands holding the camera about to drop it. The other hand is freezing. And here it is, after 3.5 years of trying to find it. I have found the 10 out of 10 drinking water. Yes, I would still filter this, but this is water directly off a melting glacier. So I think 10,000 years frozen is enough to kill pretty much anything. And you know, if we're gonna get some kind of parasite that makes Giardia look like child's play, I want a 10,000-year-old one that's going to basically wipe out all of mankind. So there it was back there. Water source, 10 out of 10. Finally found it. Only had to come to an Alaskan glacier melt-off site. There it is. Again, just to add a point to what Alaska hiking is versus East Coast hiking. A lot of it's this. A lot of it's climbing up the sheer faces of mountains. Kind of like, oh, I don't know, all these to get to the scenic outlook. And ours is back here somewhere. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, there's the I don't know if you can see it, but that's the glacier bed. The glacier bed that we're at. Holly, wave Holly. She's a little bit ahead of me. But yeah, it's a lot of this mountain hiking. Not unfamiliar with it over the past 2 days. It's just not what I'm used to. It's not exactly my thing, but beautiful. I mean, honestly, come on, look at this. We on the Appalachian Trail, you've got to climb usually for a day or more to get a view like this. Now you step out of your car in Alaska, and on a clear day like today, that's what you get. Bob Ross, eat your heart out. All right, we're heading back down. I think I took a video here before, so now we're heading back down, but it makes sense because this is probably one of the most gorgeous views on this trail. It's a 4-mile trail. We did about half of it because we're bound by the time that our shuttle picks us up here at about 2 o'clock. But wow, it is just nice looking. Here's some people coming up the trail. I'll show you about what it looks like to go down this thing. Not fantastic, but it's a lot of rock work. Way down's a lot more treacherous than going up, but yeah, it's a good stopping point over here. There's some more hikers. Mosquitoes up here about the size of silver dollars. So anyway, that's the Glacial Valley, and these are some of the prettiest. I don't know what mountains these are. Whoa, I just lost got a little vertigo there. Not a good idea to do that when you're gonna just fall to your death.